Welcome to SFSYou, a show created by the students for the students. Join us for a spectacular show full of enjoyment and insight as we discover what really goes on at SFSYou with your hosts, Maya, May, and Julian, and Joey on the street. Lights, camera, and action.
Oh, hey, lady.
Hey.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Baby Dennis.
I'm Maya Menachem.
And I'm Julian Sanders, and by now, we hope you know what show you're watching.
SFSYou. This week, like the song by Daft Punk, we plan to take you around the world.
You know, ladies, I'm somewhat of an international traveler myself. They call me Julian Sanders, UnderSF host by day, flight attendant by night.
Julian, you know we love you, but like, nobody calls you that.
May, what are you talking about? The whole crew calls me that all the time.
Yeah, but don't you like exclusively attend domestic flights, and don't those usually last like, I don't know, a couple hours?
And don't they like charge high prices for really slow Wi-Fi? I mean, how else am I supposed to work on my pitch docs before I see the executives in LA or New York, right?
You know what? Guess who isn't getting free alcoholic beverages on their next flight? Neither of you.
And we're back. Tonight we'll be sitting down with a student who's come from out of the country to study in SF State's international program in this week's Campus Connection.
And we'll see our customs officer in training, Joey Foisey, on this week's Student on the Street. And then I'll consult the survival guide for advice for students who are interested in studying abroad.
And I hope you packed accordingly and grabbed your passport or California Real ID, because this week's edition of Purple Rush is travel themed.
For now, let's take it to our student on the street, Joey, who is clearing the SF State student body for takeoff.
I'm Joey Foisey, this is Student on the Street. I'm standing in front of Cesar Chavez Center, and today we're gonna ask people questions that they will be asked going through customs if they were to study abroad, or if they are an international student coming into the States. And my question is, are these questions obtrusive? Are they overly personal? Are they annoying? Is my fly down? No, it's not. Fantastic. Let's go. Don't do that. Let's go. Student on the Street. I'm Joey Foisey. What's your name?
I'm Dominic Deanna.
You been on an airplane before?
Yes, I have.
That wasn't the beginning of the questions. I'm just curious. So, are you here for business or pleasure?
Pleasure.
I like that. Do you have any fruits, vegetables, or livestock with you?
I do not.
Do you promise?
I do, I swear.
How long do you intend to stay?
For 1 week.
Like here?
Oh. Oh, no, I live here. Sorry.
This has been a great time, Dominic. Do any of you have time for an interview? Let's move away from this one. Do you have time for an interview? Student on the street. Student on the street. I need a clap. I need the direct. Did you already clap? Oh my f***ing god! What the f*** is going on? Joey Foisey, student on the street. We're here with a student at Cafe Rosso on the street. Student on the street.
Student on the street!
Student on the street. Are you here for business or for pleasure?
Both,
All right. How long do you intend to stay?
as long as I need.
Do you have anything to declare?
More than $10,000 in cash. Don't tell the feds.
Student on the street, what was your name?
Student on the street!
We'll get back to Joey's field training in just a bit, but for now it's time for a campus connection. Our guest today is Barbara Burgess, a script doctor and exchange student here from the Netherlands via Venezuela. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So what university did you transfer from and where is it located?
So I went for my bachelor's degree in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and I went to Rotterdam University, Erasmus University.
All right.
Yeah.
And what is your major?
So I majored in communication and media, but the scientific aspect of it, so Bachelor of Science.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does the program at San Francisco State compare to the one from your original school?
So back in Rotterdam, all the classes were very research-based. There were a lot of like articles and research and like essays that you have to do, and you get the very basic theoretical knowledge of communication and media and everything related to it.
Right.
And here in SF, I feel like I got to get a more creative side to that.
Okay.
Which was a nice, it complemented really nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you apply to other schools besides SF State, or was this your only option?
Yeah, so I did apply for others. It's not so much as an application as more of, for our exchange programs, we had different options of where to go, some in Europe, some in Asia, some of them in the United States.
And they're like partner programs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. And my first option was SFSYou. My second one, I think, was Florida.
Okay.
And if not, I was going to go to Spain. I'm happy I got to be here.
Yeah, well, so, you know, being in the Netherlands versus being in San Francisco is quite different culturally and, like, you know, climate-wise too. What's been the most difficult thing to adjust to so far?
Yeah, it's been really different. I think for me the most difficult thing to adjust to are the distances. I know it doesn't sound very important, but then when you have to take public transportation, it is.
Everything's more compact in the Netherlands.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
it is. And I would like often go with my bicycle here and there, often drenched with rain because it rains a lot there. And yeah, and here it's a very sunny, sunny weather, very
Lots
warm.
of hills.
Oh yeah, I almost fainted once trying to go on a bicycle here. Did not try that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, moving along then, what is a piece of advice that you would give to students interested in studying abroad themselves?
Well, my piece of advice is to do it. If you really have the opportunity to go somewhere else and learn from another culture and meet amazing people, it's really something to do. And once you're there, it's sort of like a twofold piece of advice, is to try new things. Because you never know where you're going to end up being and what you're going to learn and who you're going to meet.
Right.
So it's really like getting out of your comfort zone, which is very cliche, but it really does, it brings good outcomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one last question I have for you is, what is your favorite, what's been the most beneficial, or I guess your favorite new thing to have tried here in San Francisco?
Well, I think it was a BECA 4070 class, which was dramatic writing for TV. I've learned so much, and I really put myself out there because it was the first class I've ever taken for script writing.
Okay.
I kind of tried it before, but that one was like the real deal.
Yeah.
And I love it. It really, you know, like every day you wake up, it's like, ooh, I'm happy. I want to do this. And it's really cool.
Well, I'm really glad you got to have those experiences, and thank you so much for coming on to our show. Really love talking to you and hearing what you have to say.
Thank you.
Yeah. While we're on the subject of international study advice, let's go to Maya for this week's SFSYou Survival Guide.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thanks, May. As we've discussed on past editions of the SFSYou Survival Guide, college is definitely the time for self-discovery and new experiences. And the concept of traveling is no different. So why not combine the two and create an experience surely no student should pass up? Now this week we consulted the Survival Guide and searched cover to cover for the best tips for studying abroad. whether it's here in San Francisco or somewhere else in the world. The first tip the guide suggests is to be familiar with the language of the country you're studying in. You might be tempted to choose a country you've always wanted to visit for an extended period of time. But remember why you're there, to get that diploma. This tip might sound like a no-brainer, but don't add on to your course load by having to learn a completely new language. Remember, these destinations aren't going anywhere, so the guide suggests trying to navigate countries with foreign languages during your vacation, not while you also have to study. The second tip the guide offers is to find that perfect balance of study time and you time. While it's a good thing to keep your grades up, don't outright sacrifice your opportunity to explore your home away from home. Go sightseeing. Try the local food. Why not go to a local club? I hear the nightclub scene in Europe is just insane, so try blowing off some steam. You've earned it. Now, the third and final tip that the guide suggests is that since you're an international student, don't say a word to anybody, and I mean anybody. Don't try to network, form study groups, or even make friends for that matter, regardless of their country of origin. It is vital that you be an international student of mystery. Yeah, no, of course, the guide isn't suggesting that you do this. The guide suggests that you absolutely try to break out of your shell and do your best to socialize with students, both local and international alike. Like we said, college is the time in your life to discover who you are and make unforgettable memories. We never said that you should do that alone. What makes it even more exciting is that you'll be having these experiences halfway across the world. And this might sound cheesy, but friendship truly knows no borders. Now, don't go anywhere because SFSYou will be right back.
Student on the street.
I don't believe in the concept of celebrity, and thus whenever we start recording, I forget anybody's name. What's your name?
My name is Jared Caldwell.
And what do you do?
I'm a BECA student here at San Francisco State.
Are you here for business or for pleasure?
I'd say both, I guess.
What am I supposed to do as a customs officer when somebody says both? What is the intent of your stay? What are you trying to do here?
Be a BECA student.
Be a BECA student. Are you carrying any fruits, vegetables, or livestock with you?
Not with me right now, no.
Do you have anything to declare?
No. No.
Thank you, Jared.
Thanks for this, yeah.
Are you here for business or pleasure?
Pleasure.
Business?
Pleasure.
Business.
Business.
What is the intent of your visit?
Sightseeing.
Sightseeing, I guess?
Competition.
Education.
Can I say pleasure again?
I guess. Are you carrying any fruits, vegetables, or livestock with you?
I have a sealed off water bottle.
Is that a fruit, a vegetable, or livestock?
It is not.
Okay.
No. Only fruit here is me, sir.
You would be wrong. I'm standing right across from you. All right. Do you have anything to declare?
I love pizza.
I love pizza too. Student on the street, can I get your names before we go?
Elisha.
Joy.
Maya.
Leah.
Wisely.
That was Elisha, Joy, Maya, Leah, and Wisely. And I'm Joey, and this has been Student on the Street.
I can just like hit the steak leg real quick before you want me to do that. I don't make that a gift, bro. Just hitting the steak leg.
I am entering this country, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Remember this face. Put it on the watch list. I'm coming for you. And I'm bringing illegal livestock with me.
And now back to the studio. Okay.
Hey everyone, don't you just love the tips and interview segments we bring you each week on SFSYou? Me too, but not as much as I personally love our game show segment. You know it, you love it, let's get into it. It's time for Purple Rush. Yes, this week we have two awesome contestants on our show. Let's welcome Caitlin and Maxine. Thank you both so much for joining us today on Purple Rush. Let's get down to business. We have two separate games for you both to score some points for the grand prize today. Our first game is titled Two Truths, One Lie. Now, as our audience already knows, after I leave my hosting position here at SFSYou, I take up my other job as a professional drink pourer in the friendly skies. I am going to read both of you 3 statements, and it is your job to tell me which one I am lying about, all right? You'll each get a chance to answer and to catch the lie, and you'll receive 10 points if you both get it, okay? First round, number 1. I once had a woman go into labor on a flight from Chicago to San Francisco. Number 2. I was once punched in the stomach for refusing to make a child a hot chocolate. Number 3. I once missed my van to the airport from a layover because I had too much to drink the night before and I didn't wake up in time. All right, I'm gonna go to you, Caitlin. Which one do you think is the lie?
Number 1.
Number 1. You are going with the woman in labor. All right. And which one do you think is the lie?
I'm gonna go getting punched in the stomach for not serving a child hot chocolate.
Okay, all right. That is correct. Maxine got it. I had a woman go into labor, and there's been plenty of times I have not gotten up because I was drunk or hungover. All right, so here is the second round. Statement number 1. I once caught a couple making whoopee in the lavatory. Number 2. There are at least 2 people on every flight that I work that cannot figure out how to open the lavatory door. And number 3. A child once locked himself in the lavatory and I couldn't figure out how to get him out. All right, this time I'm gonna go with Maxine. Okay. Which do you think is the lie?
All of them are really good. I'm gonna go with the first one because I really hope a child got stuck in the lavatory.
Okay, all right, you're going with a woman. I caught 2 people making whoopee. Which one are you gonna go with, Caitlin?
I'm gonna go with 3 because I have locked myself in an airplane bathroom.
You've locked yourself in the airplane bathroom. All right, well there it is. It's tied now because Caitlin got that one right. I have not had a child lock themselves in a bathroom yet, but I have caught some people doing some nasty stuff in there. All right, our final round. First statement, I once accidentally popped an emergency exit slide on a door. Number 2, I once forgot a UM, that's an unaccompanied minor. I left them on the plane and we left them, exited the plane. Number 3, a man once asked me which lavatory was the male bathroom. I told him that all the lavatories were for all the genders. He went on to tell me that he really had to take a very masculine poop and didn't want to offend any ladies who might go in after him. Which one is the lie?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, you're going with number 2. That is definitely incorrect. Which one are you going to go with, Maxine?
I forgot what the first option was, but it's the first one, I think.
The first one was I once popped emergency exit slide, and that was correct. That's so correct. You're right. All right, so Maxine's in the lead after this first round. After the first game, we've got Caitlin with a score of 10, Maxine with a score of 20. For our second game, yeah, good job, that's right. For our second game, we're going to play What's in Your Bag. All right, we're gonna have 3 rounds in this game as well. For each round, you're going to write out a list of what you would pack according to the category. You have 20 seconds to write down as many items as you can, all right? Each item successfully listed with no repeats will give you 1 point towards your grand total. All right, pull out your very first piece of paper and your pen. I am going to give you the first round. Are you ready?
Okay.
Sure.
Let's get the timer up on the clock. And first round is going to be coming up. All right, so get ready for the first round. That is clothing and accessories. 20 seconds and go. All right, they're writing away what they're gonna be packing. This is clothing and accessories. All right, we're down to 10 seconds. 10 seconds, come on. Each correct answer is going to be a point towards your score. Look at them, look at them. All right, 2, 1, and that is it. Pencils down, let's see what we've got. All right, over here, Maxine's got shoes, belt, shirt, pants, shorts, a bathing suit, and socks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Maxine. That's gonna bring her score to 27. We've got shirt, dress, pants, jammies, jewelry, shoes, underwear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 as well. All right, that's 17 for you. 17 to 27. Let's hear it for him. Let's hear it for him. All right, go ahead and bring out your second paper.
Thank you.
Give you that. You got yours? All right. For the second round, let's get the timer on the clock. And we have the second round. All right, for the second round, toiletries. And go. Here we go, toiletries. I pack a lot of toiletries when I'm getting ready to go to work, but I usually just keep one toiletry bag inside of my suitcase all the time.
I don't know how to spell this.
All right, you got 3 seconds. 3 seconds on the clock, and stop. All right.
I hella blinked out.
Let's see. You got, Maxine has floss, toothbrush, a brush, shampoo, and conditioner. That's nice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. You got toothbrush, toothpaste. You need the toothpaste if you've got the toothbrush, right?
Exactly.
A brush, deodorant, and mouthwash. 5 again. You guys are tied again. Good job. Good job. All right, come on, Caitlin. You got to get in this one.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's see. This is going to be our final round, okay? This is the final round for you two to gain points. The third category is carry-on items, all right? These are going to be items that you'll pack to take on an airplane. It's a broad category. Get creative. Put as many items as you can, all right? Let's get 20 seconds on the clock and go. Here they go. They're writing away. Writing away. You need a lot of good stuff when you bring it on the plane. You got to be entertained, right? You got to be entertained. All right. 7 seconds. Keep going. Keep going. Caitlin is writing away over here, I tell you what. And time's up. Time's up. Let's see what we got. All right, Caitlin, let's see. Phone, headphones, laptop, book, sweater, snacks, water bottle. Thank you so much for putting sweater because people ask for blankets all the time, and I tell them, bring a sweater. Charger, sweater, book, laptop, earbuds, phone. Good job, both of you. Today, our grand prize winner, though, is Miss Maxine over here. Let's hear it for Miss Maxine. Congratulations, you have won an all-expenses-paid trip out of our studio today. You've been here for a much long time, and so it is actually well-deserved. Thank you both so much for playing Purple Rush with us today. My name is Julian, and we will see you next week on our season finale of Purple Rush.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of SFSU. So, Julian, did those truths really happen to you?
Well, the game was 2 truths, 1 lie, May. Why? Are you still doubting the legitimacy of my side gig?
I mean, honestly, no. I think what you do is pretty neat. So.
Well, those drink tickets might be back on the table then.
Oh, but what about the in-flight
Oh,
with the...
nope. I'm sorry. I don't have control over those rates, Maya. Sorry.
Well, it was certainly worth a try.
Well, you've heard the age-old saying, all good things must come to an end, and SFSU is no exception, because next week is pretty much our season finale.
But don't think we're going out like a trio of punks. We have every intention of closing out SFSU with style, because next week we're talking about fashion.
Same release day, same YouTube channel, same SFSU. We'll see you then.